What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about the new M5 MacBook Pro, and specifically we're going to be talking about the base model. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into the specs and things of that nature. There's a ton of videos out there if you want to know spec for spec what this computer has to offer. I'm just here to show you how your day-to-day experience might change if you decide to upgrade to this. And I'm going to tell you guys how you can save money if you are in the market looking for a new MacBook Air or Pro, or just in general when it comes to Apple stuff. It's a lot of ways you can save money that a lot of people don't know. So let's talk about it. All right, so as far as the unboxing experience, if you have ever bought a MacBook Pro, this is your typical ordeal. There's nothing special about the box. Now, I've already broke the seals and sort of opened it a little bit, but I have not actually went through everything. So this is what the front looks like. Now, personally, I decided to go with the space black one just because I wanted something a lot different, and aesthetically it goes with my setup a lot better. And off of initial view, I am really liking the way this looks. Now, fingerprints might be a lot more prominent because of it being darker, but this is what it looks like. On the back, you have this Apple MacBook engraving, which is very, if I can get in focus, very typical when it comes to these MacBooks. And I love the attention to detail. Now, I do want to say that I am upgrading from a M1 14-inch base model MacBook Pro, and this one is supposed to be a lot faster, like extremely faster. It also has an XDR display that's supposed to be extremely bright, and the colors are extremely accurate. So if you are working on a non-native monitor, as in you don't have an Apple monitor, and you just wanted to have the most accurate colors possible, this MacBook will get you extremely accurate colors, and that is a plus if you are a video editor, you edit photos, do film, anything creative. This thing is going to give you maximum color accuracy when it comes to producing your work. So that's an absolute plus for me, and something that I really did look into when I decided to get it. So it comes with the MagSafe cord again. This is really OG, which I'm gonna really enjoy this. I forget what year MacBook I had this, and this just seemed a lot more secure to me. On my 14-inch 2021 M1 Pro, it just had the USB-C Thunder port, which was fine, and made everything super minimal. But again, the MagSafe just kind of makes it more like laptop-y, if that kind of makes sense. Then you have your power brick, the very typical Apple stuff as well. And you have your manuals and pamphlets and stickers and different things like that. Typical Apple stuff as well. Nothing too special about the unboxing. Now, let's talk about this computer a little bit. So, it has a 10 CPU core, a 10 GPU, and things like that. And for those of you who don't know anything about that, that just means your computer is extremely fast. Now, one thing that I like to do when it comes to technology is I like to future-proof things. So when I did go buy my M1 MacBook Pro, no way whatsoever did I need that much processing power. But I understood that as I got further in my craft and started to do more creative things, having that extra use of power that I didn't, need would come in handy, in the future. Now, years later, my editing process has got a lot more complex. I'm a lot more creative when it comes to like editing photos and just doing a lot of system heavy, intensive things. And my M1 MacBook Pro started to slow up and skip on me. So I figured it was really time to upgrade and try to future-proof myself again. Now, every year I contemplated on just upgrading, trading my MacBook in to get a newer one, but I felt like the things that Apple was offering was not worth it, and that I can continuously get by with the one that I had, which I did, and it worked. But the skipping did start to annoy me, and for a birthday present, I asked everybody to put in and bought me this MacBook, and the fam came through. And as far as ports go, you have two USB-Cs on the left side with the charging port and a headphone jack. And then you have your HDMI cord, another USB-C port, and then a SD card slot port as well on the right side. Also, before I turn this on and show you guys what the display looks like and different things like that, I do want to talk about the battery life. So the battery life is supposed to be really, really good in this computer. You're supposed to be able to do your regular daily tasks and not charge your laptop for up to 24 hours. So that's really, really great for people that travel a lot and like to work on the go. This computer is going to last you all day and all night, which is great because let's be honest, forgetting the charger or forgetting to charge something is the most easiest thing to do. So the fact that you won't have to charge this for up to 24 hours is just absolutely amazing. If you are one of those people who feel like your laptop is getting slow or your computer is getting slow, that is definitely a valid reason to upgrade. Now, the reason why I say get the base model, because honestly, you're getting the latest and greatest technology, but also when you're buying these expensive devices, you also want to try to future-proof yourself. Like earlier in the video when I stated that I didn't need an M1 MacBook Pro for my workflow at that time, it actually came in handy 3-4 years down the road when I became more advanced at what I was doing. So when I bought this M5 MacBook Pro, that's kind of what I was thinking. Do I need an M5 MacBook Pro? Probably not. I probably could have got an M3 or M4 and been perfectly fine. And as far as the storage, I did not talk about the storage. This is a 512 gigabyte storage MacBook, and that is the base model. And to be honest, I don't think you need that much SSD because a lot of times most people just have these external hard drives that work just as good and typically hold more. And honestly, on the back end, paying for these rather than the extra storage kind of makes more sense in my opinion. So that's why I think getting a base model is going to be more than enough processing power for the intermediate to, you know, beginner, creative, or just average person. Like, this thing packs a punch and it has a lot of processing power. So when getting this, just know that you are future proofing yourself for 5, maybe 6 years or even more. All right, so now let's open the laptop and kind of see what's actually going on. Let me see if I can put the laptop in focus. So you have this cover that you just pull off, and right here, I'm just set up as new right now, and I'll do all the other stuff later. All right, so after 50 years, I finally was able to like set up everything. And if you are deciding to get the black color, I do want to warn you that this is probably more susceptible to scratches and things like that. So just order you a skin. I have a computer skin coming to me soon, so I won't have to worry about things like that. I typically like to protect all of my devices with, you know, skins and covers and things like that, just in case I want to trade it in and just to keep it nice. So that is something to think about if you are deciding to get the black. But let's test this screen brightness. So I'm going to turn it all the way down. Let's turn it up, see how bright it gets. You see how bright that got? That gets really bright, and everything on this computer is extremely clear and high quality. So, I mean, I'm loving it so far, to be honest with you. So, I mean, if you guys do think that you should get this, I recommend that you do, especially if you have an older laptop. Just off of my initial, you know, review, this is a big upgrade from my old laptop. Now, I haven't downloaded, you know, my editing apps and Adobe and different things like that to actually test it, but I can just tell that this is a lot faster and it's gonna be well over enough processing power for my workflow, so that's gonna be great. All right, now since we've unboxed it, talked about a few specs, talked about my initial experience opening it and touching the keyboard and different things like that, let's talk about how you can save money if you're trying to get, any Apple product, but specifically a MacBook. So the first thing that you can do to save money is simply trade your old device in. Now, depending on what device you have, they will have a set credit that they're going to give you. It's non-negotiable, but it's definitely something to look into, because typically I feel like you trying to sell it on Facebook Marketplace and things like that, you're going to get less money, and it just comes at a greater risk, in my opinion. So trading in your old device will be the first step to saving money when upgrading or trying to get any Apple product. Number two, a lot of people don't know if you are a college student, or if you know somebody that is a college student, have them purchase this for you. You can literally save 10 or 15% on your device, along with being able to save when you're making purchases. Being a college student, you can also literally get all of their pro apps at a discounted rate. As a college student, I got literally a discount. I believe it's like 50%. And you get every single pro app that they offer for, I believe, a 50% discount. I could be wrong, but it was 50% when I got mine. So definitely check that out if you are a person that are in need of any Apple Pro apps. So the next way that you can save money is through a military discount. Apple does offer military discount, but if you do have military family, or if you're military, you're familiar with the whole process of how to buy devices and how to sign up and sign in and different things like that. But they do offer military discounts, so I do think that you should look into that as well if you are in need of any Apple products or devices. So yeah, guys, honestly, that is gonna wrap up this video. I hope I was able to show you guys a little bit of, you know, what this MacBook had to offer, my initial thoughts, and I hope you're able to make a decision based off of the information that I gave you. I didn't want to get too detailed or too spec'd out when it came to this video. I just wanted to kind of give you my real life, authentic opinion on the laptop and why I decided to upgrade. Now, I was fortunate enough to have family members that was able to purchase this for me. But even with them purchasing it for me, I did use those discounts that I spoke about earlier. So take advantage of those, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, it's your boy DeMonte. Peace, love, we out.